Tonight with that winter weather hitting North Georgia, parts of Metro Atlanta now under a winter weather advisory. And we're also tracking some school closures for tomorrow. You can see at the bottom of your screen. We're going to continue to scroll that. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb is joining us now.
So, Chris, is there anything that we need to be particularly concerned about here?
Well, in the morning, there's going to be some brief moisture as temperatures are hovering around freezing, and there could be some quick glazing on some elevated surfaces tomorrow, although we don't expect widespread travel issues here in the Atlanta area. Where things are a little more critical are up in parts of northwest Georgia, where we have been dealing with a mix of light rain, some freezing rain, and some sleet and snow in some spots in far north Georgia, like up in parts of Dade and also Walker County. And that moisture is just pretty much clipping the northwest corner of the state. That extends back into Alabama and into Mississippi. But instead of all of this moving toward us, it's pretty much feeding to the north and east, and we'll just have a little bit of that moving into our area early tomorrow morning. That winter storm warning, all those counties in white, extend back into Mississippi and northern Alabama. And for us, it's mainly far north Georgia under that winter storm warning. The rest of us here in purple that you see, that does now include Fulton County and the city of Atlanta. That's where we have a winter weather advisory. But again, this is mainly just letting people know that there could be some brief mixing early tomorrow morning with a little bit of light rain, maybe some glazing. That would mainly be on elevated surfaces, like maybe some tree limbs, maybe your back deck might have some brief glazing on it, and possibly even some bridges or overpasses could have some brief glazing on it as well. I want to take you up to northwest Georgia right now. That's where we find our Grace King up in Catoosa County. Grace, you have been experiencing some of those slick roads and even some snow in those spots.
Absolutely. We've spent most of the day driving around Catoosa County, checking out those road conditions. And let me tell you, it really depends on what part you're in. Now, GDOT is responsible for those main routes like I-75 and Highway 41, adding salt and plowing as necessary. But they're not responsible for those back roads like this one we're on right now, Doug Road in Ringgold. You can see the icy slush on the ground. Definitely something to watch out for as this wintry mix continues to fall, especially those edges where it gets even slicker. As for tonight, the main concern is black ice, especially on bridges and overpasses as temperatures drop below freezing. That's why GDOT is asking everyone to stay home if you are able to. That way it'll give their crews space to work, treat the main roads, and it'll keep you safe in case you do come across some of those slick spots. Chris.
All right, Grace, thanks for that live report in northwest Georgia. So here's a summary of what we're expecting. The snow, mainly northwest Georgia, where they could see up to an inch. Not for us here in Atlanta. In the metro area, mainly on the west side, again, maybe some brief freezing rain early tomorrow morning that could cause some light glazing on elevated surfaces. We don't expect widespread travel issues. Just be careful. Watch out for some slick spots possible in some areas in the morning. The bigger story for this week is going to be the really cold air. Tomorrow, we'll be hovering around freezing all day, and then Wednesday morning we're talking about air temperatures that will be in the teens and even wind chills in the single digits and even some below zero. We'll talk more about that coming up.